everybody, and welcome back to week 2 of intermittent fasting. I hope you had a brilliant week last week, and I hope if you needed to, you spoke to a health professional about this approach to losing weight and getting back into a healthier lifestyle, because that's really important to get the good direction from your health professional about your diet. But anyway, I talk about diet, and I shouldn't really. It's a lifestyle. It's not what you're going to eat, but it's when you're going to eat. And thank you so much. I have lost 2 pounds last week, and I believe that was really motivation from doing these videos. I hope to help not just myself, but a whole lot of people out there that are struggling with their weight and want to get into a better lifestyle and a healthier lifestyle. Anyway, last week was good for me, and I hope this week will be even better. I talked a lot about diet last week, and I shouldn't really, because it's a lifestyle. It's not the nutrition you eat or what you eat, it's when you eat with intermittent fasting. And the important thing to think about is boundaries and setting boundaries for yourself, because in life today we don't have boundaries. We get up, we have our breakfast, we go to work, we have our break, our coffee break, then we have lunch, and then we have afternoon tea break, and then we have dinner, and then we might go to the pictures or the pub in the good old days before lockdown and have crisps or beer or sweets or whatever. So the whole day is spent grazing, and we're encouraged to. Every ad we see is for try this crisp or try this beer or go to this restaurant or whatever. We're constantly told to eat. And we need boundaries, and that's where fasting and intermittent fasting comes in so well, because they give you the boundaries. Now, I try to have an eating window every day between 8 hours and 5 hours, and I work hard at that, and I find it really helps me. While we're fasting, we get our ghrelin hormone, as I told you last week, and that tells us we're really, really hungry. But not only have we that hormone, we also have the satisfied hormone that tells us you've had enough. But we don't listen to that. We eat on because I suppose the food is so appetizing and all the rest of it, and we just love to have that stuffed feeling. But maybe we don't, it's a bit uncomfortable. But we've got to try and tune into that hormone and see, can we hear when we're satisfied, and practice stopping eating when we're satisfied. Now, I get a lot of my information from the internet, and it's Dr. Jason Fung I would listen to a lot. He's a nephrologist. He works with people's kidneys, but he found that a lot of people that were coming into him with problems had diabetes or were obese, and he thought to himself, these people are struggling because they're eating so much and so often that they're getting so many insulin spikes that they're becoming insulin resistant. So he tried to get it that they would get control of their insulin again through fasting. Now, he mentioned a really good analogy, and I think it's brilliant, and I'm going to share it with you. It's our bodies are a wee bit like fridge freezers, and we fill our fridge full of food, and we fill our freezer full of food. Now, the fridge food is handy to get to. Open the fridge, eat it. And that's our glycogen. So our bodies are all storing our glycogen. And during the fast, we get rid of that we deplete that whole glycogen storage that we have until we've nothing left. So what do you do when you have nothing in your fridge? You go to your freezer, and then the freezer is your fat, the fat around your body. We want to melt that away, and while we're fasting, we move from our glycogen stores, which we've depleted, we start to burn our fat. So I thought that was a brilliant analogy he used, and a very simple one to explain what's happening with the fast and to encourage people to do it. So that's your fasting, and then your feasting is all about replenishing your stores within your body. So the minute you take a bite to eat, or you drink that milky coffee, you're getting a spike of insulin, your body starts to store energy again. And that's why we try to squeeze that window and increase our fasting window. And the beauty of our fasting is that we spend quite a bit of it asleep, which is great. So I'd say to everybody to try and get your boundaries set. Get yourself up in the morning, keep yourself busy, do all your chores. I try to fit as much as I can, much running about and doing things, washing, cooking, all the rest of it in the morning. and that helps push back my eating window. And I try to give myself wee tasks to do. Say at 11:30, well, I've half an hour to go to 12 o'clock. Come on, get to 12 o'clock. After 12 o'clock, can I get to 1 o'clock? And things that I don't really like doing, I'll say to myself, oh, I'll just scrub that sink for 10 minutes and that'll put it off again for another little while. And you're also burning energy. Now, I talked last week about things that help me. Drinking water in the morning. I drink lots of bubbly spring water in the morning, and I have my coffee. And then I try to get a bit of a walk in, a quick walk. You don't have to do a big mad walk. Now, the water, the coffee help me. My fitness tracker really helps me. Now, before, if I left something upstairs, I would be going, oh, I have to go upstairs to get that. That's dreadful. But now that I have my fitness tracker, I'm delighted to go up the stairs because I'm moving about and I'm putting my steps up. I try to do 10,000 steps a day. I do little tiny sit-ups as well. I do 100 of those. Make my bed, put on washing, make soup, all the rest of it. Try to keep my morning so busy until I break my fast, my breakfast as it's called. And I have that around midday or 1 o'clock. The longer I can push it off, the better. I also like reading books on the Kindle about intermittent fasting. The book I'm reading at the minute is called Fast, Feast, Repeat by Jen Stevens. Now, she's very good, and she talks very plainly about intermittent fasting and gives some really good ideas. And she's well worth a read. So do that. I also told you about my latch hook, which I did, and I finished them last night. So that helps. So doing something practical in the evenings that doesn't involve eating or drinking tea or whatever, do that, and that's a really good help. So that's me for this week, everybody. I hope you have a great week next week. Get on to me at intermittentciara@gmail.com. Let me know how you're getting on and if you have any questions. Okay? Talk to you next week. Have a brilliant week. Bye.